Alright. Gotta get out here before the rains come back. Eastern Kentucky's been hit hard. And there's been a lot of people sending their well wishes and prayers. Hey, hush. Nerds. Well, here up the hollers, we get flooded. I mean, it's flooded before and all this has been underwater. But me and I don't guess anybody in my family was affected, but most of the rains, the heavy ones, you can see by the grass. You can't cut it. Look how wet it is now. But the rains went south of us and east of me over in southern West Virginia too. But it's not been bad as far as flooding. The floods here in Appalachia that happen every year. Now, the one that just happened was what they call 100-year flood, or sometimes they call them 1,000-year floods. That means they probably won't see another one like that for many a year. Everything's coming ripe in the garden, and I know I ain't been on in a while, but it's been busy here. It's been busy. Mostly with the harvest and stuff. Gotta get everything in, I work for this garden. That corn's about done. I've been canning corn and tomatoes. Look at all the tomatoes. Get ready to pick tomatoes. I gotta get them whenever they first start turning ripe, but I couldn't yesterday. And these are all the ones that's ripened. Just yesterday. Trying to find a big one to show you. But you gotta understand, in these mountains, people live by, and always have, by a water source. And like where you got the bigger rivers and stuff, it's a bigger valley there, a wider valley. Like I've got my little creek here, and then everywhere you go in Appalachians, there's a mountain on each side of it. It's like a big wall. And it's also like a big funnel. So all these little hollers and stuff, my little holler's just a feeder branch. It'll go down to the bigger creek. And that'll go down to the bigger river. And then eventually most of our creeks and rivers in this neck of the woods will flow to the Ohio River or the Kanawha over in West Virginia, which ends up in Ohio. But they're, pretty good sized rivers. So people, building those big valleys and stuff, which is most of the time a blessing, but a lot of times this is what happens, the floods. So definitely prayers out to the families affected by the floods. And one just broke my heart, and you can go online and look it up. It's a family that was in a trailer, 4 little kids from 1.5 to 8 years old, I think. And they lived in the trailer. Well, I guess they got up on the roof of their trailer, and the water took the trailer part off, and they all hung up in a tree for hours. And eventually a big surge came and washed the kids off. And they lost all 4 of their kids. So it's just, I couldn't imagine. That's just crazy. Why they wouldn't head to the hills. Most of the times, I don't know if they have railroads around there, but they're on a higher place, or the roads themselves. But I don't know. God bless that bunch. But I appreciate all the concern and stuff. But I'm fine here, and I figured I'd do a check-in video and show y'all what I've been doing. Definitely been cutting grass. But I got to get out here and start picking in the garden again. And I've been canning. This is a lot of work, y'all. This is like the first year I've really done this much canning. But it's a lot of work. Let me show you one more thing. These are the tomatoes I brought in yesterday. Look at this guy. Look at that. Look how big. And there's a couple greener ones, and I gotta get them whenever they first start turning. I missed a couple when they're, these are ox hearts. That's ox heart too, but it's a Dolly Parton ox heart. That's a regular ox heart. You can imagine why they call him Dolly Parton. Here's some of the stuff I've been putting up. Beans and stuff. And I did the corn, tomatoes and corn. And I've got at least this much more upstairs. But it's a lot of time and a lot of effort doing the garden. Thankfully, it's about done. But it all hits in at once. I've been canning and picking, and I've given away 2/3 of what I've grown. You know, it's just me here, which I've been putting up a bunch of stuff too. But you know, I'll give some to family and friends, people I work with. Because I mean, it wouldn't be possible for me to can. My garden has produced the beans, the cucumbers, the corn. It's just way too much for just me, and I'm thankful for it. You know, it allows me to help others out too. She goes after bees and gets stung. She's a nerd. And I got the pigs on top of that, so the things that rot. And if I don't pick them maters whenever it's raining, if I don't pick them whenever they first start turning, they'll start rotting because of all the rain. And I've got blight. I need to spray my apple trees too. They've got some kind of blight on them. But anyway, I appreciate everyone's concern and everybody's well wishes, and keep the prayers going for the flood victims. It's an awful thing. But everybody, get out there and get stocked up. I mean, we don't know. It's all coming to an end here. I think, I mean, you got drunken Pelosi going to Taiwan, and Chinese threatening to shoot her down or whatever. And I don't know, it seems like everyone's ready for the war. But y'all get ready too. Everybody have a great day, and God bless.